Afternoon, everyone. What's the time? Oh, just gone 1 o'clock, and it's a wet Tuesday in August. I want to do a very quick video, very easy one, just on my way of setting the bevel on a restored razor. So here we are with a 400 grit diamond plate for flatting the stone, which doesn't take long, of course, when you're using a fairly coarse stone. This is a beautiful stone. It's a professional stone, and of course it is made in Japan, and it's a Nanoir P330, which is a 3000 grit. Professional stones are very, very good. They don't clog, and that's a major thing. Anyway, that will do for now as far as yeah, almost as far as flattening off the 3000. What I wanted to vaguely go over was my method, which is by no means the best, I'm sure, but it's going to cover a couple of little points you might find interesting. One is when you're first setting the bevel. This has been restored, this razor. It's a beautiful Puma. It's a Puma for barber's use, and my little test has always been, first of all, does it cut a banana? Does it cut a tomato skin? No. If it runs on the back of your nail too easily, like a bearing, then there's no edge there. Very, very little edge indeed. So let's get on and very quickly put its first 3000K edge on it. This is a really nice 6/8 razor. It didn't need very much looking at from me. I couldn't detect any faults with it. Maybe tiny stain or two on the spine. I've taped it because it's got an almost untouched spine, and I really hate putting spine wear. It isn't very sightly, is it? And this way, although you get a slight resistance from the tape, which is you get used to. But anyway, I'm just trying. As you can see, already the slurry is going quite a nice, from white to quite a nice grey. I've got a feeling this one's going to be a relatively easy razor. Let's just wash it off, see what it does on the tomato. Starting, only starting. Feel it on my thumb. Yeah, it's just starting. If it rolls smoothly, you've got no edge. If it actually stops dead like that, that's got an edge. That's almost there. Anyway, that's my method. I'm sure there are others, but another thing I like to do, I like to use both hands to give a very even pressure. One of the things that I find most annoying with so many razors, you go to hone them and it's as sharp as anything in the center, and often it's very, very good on the heel, but on the nose, nah. You often find, at least I often find, you need to put a little bit more work on the front end than on the back end, heel and toe. Yeah, so for some reason, I don't know why, I don't think there's any pronounced smile at all on this particular blade. So hopefully, without boring you to tears, let's give it another little test on the tomato. As usual, blisteringly sharp in the middle. Nearly there on the toe. You see, today doesn't want to cut on the heel. Very, very good in the center of the blade, and definitely dull on the toe. So let's just do a little bit more. I tend to count. That's 12. That's 13. Don't know why. Devon Jackson, bless him, he counts like I do, and he's a meister of the honing art. He goes into infinite detail, every stroke, every type. And certainly the video I've just recently seen by Caleb McCullough was unbelievably good. And again, he tends to be holding the stone and using one hand. That's great, I think, but for my sort of precision, I want to be using a more controlled pressure, and torque, pressure, effort is very critical. Certainly when you're putting in the first edge to set the bevel, you want to be quite brutal, particularly on a nice stone like a 3000. Let's see where we are now. Oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Tiny bit on the nose. Perfect, perfect. A few more strokes. You can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I've got my camera at a very strange angle. It's mounted on my kitchen window, but you can see, hopefully you can see, that the heel and the center is incredibly good. Just a tiny bit of resistance right on the toe to prove it on my nail. Grippy. Oh, very grippy. Very grippy. Very grippy. Marginally grippy. So yeah, just 2 or 3 more strokes and we've set the bevel and given a very good account as far as the normal tests go. I'm not going to go on and do all my stones, that will take forever. But to set the bevel correctly and to get a nice even sharpness from the heel to the toe, I find this is my favourite method. I'm certain that others will disagree. But anyway, all I'm saying is a little bit of effort on the first stage tends to be worthwhile. Let's have a look. See if you can see that. Oh yeah, we're there. Ah, you little sod. No, maybe tiny bit. Obviously, as you go down through the progression of stones, this will even out, so it'll be lovely and evenly sharp, one can hope. But I love to watch other people's YouTube videos, and I've mentioned a few recently, but certainly my good friend Gary, he's a meister. Great skills. And Gary Hayward, and I would certainly say Jacques in Sithithike is a master. I stick to pretty much what I know, and that tends to be synthetic progressions because it's so reliable. Let's see now. Oh my goodness me. Oh yeah, that's it. Right. So there we have one abused tomato, baby tomato. Now this, as you can see, is the Puma. It's a 5/8, it's a number 39. And it's got a lovely gold panel with Pour Barbe Tres Dieu, and I think for barber's use. So there you go. That's all the tests done. That's the edge set, the bevel set. Oh, that's a lovely feeling. You're not trying to cut the nail. You're just feeling that there is an incredible drag. You literally cannot move the blade across the nail. If you can move the blade across the nail, you know, as in that way, then you've really not set the edge. But that, oh, yeah, that's it. And of course, our little baby tomato. That's what I wanted to say, really. I'm going to go through a full progression. I'll probably go through 4 or 5 stones. I'll end up with my favourite stone, which is a 20k Gukomyu Bloody Suhiru, however you pronounce it. And the Suhiru 20k is my favourite finisher. But a lot of people don't need to go that fine. But I like it. Anyway, chaps, I'll see you on the next video, I hope. If you've enjoyed this, give me a like, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.